Are you guys getting anything now? All right, cool. I don't know what the deal is. Sometimes my mixer will actually, it's not actually my mixer. My mixer will be connected and working just fine. But sometimes I need to get in the habit of checking it every time. Sometimes my recording software will just completely forget. I'll go into the sound settings and under all of the audio, everything will be blank. It won't have the mixer, mic, or anything listed as being connected. So I have to just manually set it. It's weird. I'm not sure why it does it. But either way, what I was going to say is I think what we're going to do is I'm wondering if I missed something on this route, because while it does say there's a lock, it looks like the lock has been cleared. So we should be able to go down this route. Because, yeah, if we look at all the other ones where there was a lock, yeah, it looks identical except for this one, which we never solved the lock. So I'm going to see if we missed anything. Because, yeah, I have no... If this doesn't work, I don't know where to go next, because everything else is past this. We need codes we don't have here. This one is legitimately locked. It won't let me pass, and we need codes we don't have here. So we need one more bomb password, and we need the computer password. So yeah, let's go. As we go, try to find Alice, as Alice continually messes things up for us. Also, by the way, Stahor, how was the fireworks show? Sounded really cool, being close enough that you could actually feel the explosions. No one here, huh? Damn, where'd she go? Then suddenly the world ship... Wait, what? That didn't happen last time. For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then just as I'd begun to adjust... Oh, very cool. You get a second part. Damn, I'm jealous. We don't get... we don't get fireworks shows to that degree here. I mean, we get huge ones on like the 4th of July, but the huge ones typically don't happen all over the country. And it certainly isn't a multi-part thing, so... Damn. It was gone. As if nothing had happened. What was that? It was the same sensation I'd felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Okay, so is that what's going on? Do I have to... If I go to a lock that's I've already unlocked the requirements for, do I still have to get the game over to be continued screen and then come back and do it again? Had it been a premonition? This is bad. I need to find Alice now. But where could she be? Damn it, Alice, where are you? Okay, so we got to admit, the morphogenetic field is picky as hell. But Sigma just ignores it entirely. It's like, oh my god, where was Alice? The field just showed you, man. If I remember correctly, in this particular case, wasn't she in the pantry? No, we found her in the crew quarters. We were the ones to find her the first time. That's right. Not the first time, this last time. For the first time ever, we found her, not somebody else. What about the crew quarters? Yeah, that has to be it. I set off at a dead run. Are we just gonna tackle her to keep her from stabbing herself? Man, I'm okay with it. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Alice, so you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No, I need it to get this bracelet off.
That's an interesting phrase. I need it to get the bracelet off. I hate to break it to you, but stabbing here does not remove it here. Well, not while you're still breathing, at least. Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Stop. Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest. Am I gonna get stabbed?
Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Damn, Radical 6. Knock it off. With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. Oh, nice. That actually sounds like a very nice location to live in, actually. Just right across the street from... Yeah. Right across the street from a park and a river. That's nice. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I'd apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, you all right? Alice, say something. Sorry about that pause there. I had to mute my mic and blow my nose. Rather not do that directly into it for you guys. There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Shit, what am I supposed to do now? Oh man, maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
Okay, we know what it's gonna say. She's got Radical 6 as well.
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to Ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm gonna choose Betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
We are gonna do it at least once. Everybody's gonna stop us from leaving so we can just get that branch done. Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner and she'll be in the AB room with me. And if you guys are worried about it, as somebody said in the chat, I believe it was Stahor, I can just stay out of the room if you guys don't trust me that much and let Luna go in. Everybody trusts Luna. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
Oh, God damn it, Luna.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
If I might
What?
make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all three of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
And here's where everybody lies about not having found that paper with the rules. Nope,
Why
doesn't
not?
work like that. Here, take a look at this. I pulled the scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
We found it when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever, I'll just read it for you. We know the rules. Somebody in the group of 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
Oh, everything's coming up Sigma. But you're in the same situation, Dio. Because Tenmyoji ain't going to be leaving Quark. So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks
Knock
Betray...
it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose Betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
I wouldn't put it past you. Thank you, Sigma. Call him out directly.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry, I'm gonna be in that. I planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us.
Nice.
That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
I am, actually. Yeah, thanks. It's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me.
As they should be.
Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh, Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her.
Man, it sounds like everything got just perfect for you to have a great view of that festival, man. That's awesome.
What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
I'm guessing he told
5
Alice who he
minutes
was.
remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go. What?
You're staying too?
Yeah, something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
You really shouldn't.
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
Nice. Nice. You apparently haven't jumped through all the timelines yet, Phi.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You'd be wrong, Phi.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I agree, Dio. Had something happened between Phi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on, we need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those 2, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. I gave one last quick nod to Phi and Clover before heading back for the warehouse of Dead Run. So as nasty as it is, I am gonna pick Betray this first time just to get out of the way. I was thinking about that, but I don't know. You would think that, what's his name, Dio would recognize us. If we were a brother or a clone. And I don't know if that, did they say they actually cloned brother? I thought they just cloned a brother's brother left, like his deceased younger brother. I thought that's who all of the Myrmidon clones were of. I don't think all the members of the cult are clones, just the Myrmidons. And yes, using the phrase brother's brother does very much remind me of a Discworld novel. Everybody ready? I'm gonna open my AB gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Two more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms. And even if we were a clone of Brother, I guess Dio wouldn't necessarily recognize us if we were, because he's only known Brother as an old man, so yeah. I don't know. I don't think so, but I mean, I don't know whose ending we're on now. Maybe we're on Sigma's ending. Maybe we'll get it here. I have no clue.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
Oh, I'm gonna betray him. No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Well, Luna's face broke in a warm, happy smile that will not last. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the nonary games didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Oh, I'm bleeding.
There's
Huh?
something white on it.
What? There's what? The fuck? The fuck you been doing, Sigma? You're supposed to wash your hands after that, dude. That's nasty. What the hell is this? For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I think you guys might be right. Maybe, maybe Sigma is the bot. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you all right?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. Dude, that's... Luna would have to be a moron to buy that. It sounded even stupider as I said it, yeah.
Really?
Oh, come on, Luna, you're smarter than this.
But...
Yeah. Just shut up. It's fine, all right? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong, and my head was spinning. Okay, I think we're on the Sigma ending. Sigma. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
I was wondering when some twist was going to show up like that, just because... And honestly, I don't know what to predict too much in this game about the ending, because if we remember the first game, it waited until the true ending to basically pull all that time traveling stuff right out of the air, or out of its ass, whichever you prefer, to do that. So you couldn't really have seen that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. We'll see if they pull something like that at the last minute. But yeah, that is a good question. If he is a robot, how does he have access to the morphogenetic field? There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. Also, we have the memories of being kidnapped in 2028, but clearly the robots, if we are one of the robots from this facility, we shouldn't have existed back then. Maybe the dude who created this facility, he put his brain in a robot? The father of K, basically. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down, just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that. Yeah, except I don't think Zero is the dude who created this facility. I think he just basically stole it like he did with the ship and the other one. I know it was a different dude that time, I'm just saying. Watch, that old dude we saw on the projection was Zero, and it was also fucking Santa. Santa was Zero again. Well, I guess officially he wasn't in the first one, but you know what I mean. Kinda was, kinda wasn't. There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
If he is a robot, the devs
4,
knew exactly
3,
what they were doing with that picture
2,
and that color of
1.
his robot blood. They knew exactly. I know we're gonna get yelled at, but I want to get this out of the way.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
Clover's gonna be pissed. People are gonna tackle us. We can't escape.
Ambidex gates now opening.
I would like there to be, though, at least one bad ending where Sigma actually gets out. I mean, it still count as a bad ending, like, oh, you left all those people to die and you live your life in guilt. Or you only get a few feet away from the place before the bombs explode and you die anyway. I'd be okay with any of that. Just give me one ending where I actually get out of this fucking place by myself. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of the rooms as we did.
Why?
I'd be jogging my ass over to the number 9 door right about now. All I could think about was that light white liquid. Yeah, we did with Phi, and then I think we died to the bombs? Because it was us, Phi, and Dio that all got out. Yeah, that's right. Some kind of discharge. It looks like some kind of discharge, Sigma. Blood? No, it couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. That was insane. I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Okay. Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
I thought it did show an explosion. Oh, that's right. You did say there's kind of civilization nearby. That's right. Whether it was because I chose a betrayer because she noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say.
Excuse me.
See ya. And with that, she was gone. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed toward K, Dio, and Tenmyoji. Why, dude? Just go to the fucking number 9 door. You an idiot, Sigma.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
These are the only people here. Mm-hmm. Figured.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Seriously, Sigma, you could have just walked out.
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting.
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
Now use your newfound robot strength and fuck these dudes up on your way to the door. There was nothing I could say. I had chosen betray of my own volition. But had I really pressed that button of my own free will? Oh, god damn it, game. This again. The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button. Perhaps it'd been fear. I was scared by the white fluid that had appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point. I had decided that I had to escape as soon as possible. Damn the consequences. If I got out, then the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare? Couldn't be real. White blood was insane, impossible. That was when I looked up and saw the others staring at my hand. Shit. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late. They moved toward me like wolves closing in for the kill. Kill a motherfucker before you go.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Isn't that obvious? He's not human.
Not human.
No, what are you saying? Of course I'm human. I'm 100% human.
Then explain that white stuff.
I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. You have to believe
I'm
me.
afraid you're not being very convincing.
Oh, you're one to talk. We can't even see your ass. You could be a robot. Maybe that's not even a suit. That's just you, robot you.
No, that seems extremely unlikely.
You're where? How? You're asking us to trust you.
However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity.
And so am I, dipshit.
I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
They probably just programmed you to think that.
All right, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged. We should take him down.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash. I didn't have a choice. I spun around and ran for the number 9 door.
No, I don't think so!
Like, you can't fuck this dude up. Shit, let go. Let go of me. I was no match for all 3 of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor, pinned. The desperation was only getting stronger, however, and I writhed and twisted in a futile attempt to get free. God damn it, you have to let me go. This is all some kind of mistake. Misunderstanding. It's a conspiracy.
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white?
Can we at least kill Dio before we go down? You're a robot. You're probably a lot stronger than him. Just grab his ass by the neck and just start squeezing.
You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
Shit, get off of me. Let me
If you
go.
won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
No, don't. Yeah. Man, we could have at least have taken them down. Like one of them. Oh, it's still going. The first thing I felt when I woke up was the hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. Kay must have suffocated me. My head felt like it had been stuffed with cotton, and I had to put out a hand to steady myself as I stood up. Where am I? Is this the infirmary? How long had I been out? My foot bumped into something. I looked down to see the injection gun. A glass vial labeled Soparil was still attached to it. The anesthetic. After choking me, they'd made sure I wasn't getting up in the near future. That meant I could have been asleep for a long time. Where is everyone? Did they all escape? I glanced around the room. It was empty except for me. It took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Even Quark and Alice had disappeared. What the hell's going on? That was when I noticed it. Quark and Alice weren't the only things that had disappeared. 2 other things, 2 other very important things were also gone. My bracelet and my left hand. They took my hand to get out. For a long moment, I just stared dumbstruck. What I was seeing couldn't possibly be real. But there it was, a smooth cross-section of my arm where a hand should have been. A thick white liquid dripped slowly from the stump. What is this? Oh God, oh God, oh God. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. Then after that, nothing. See? Fuck all these people. About to go all destroy all humans on these sons of bitches. All right, let's go.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Since the other ones were unconscious, I would say actually Dio or K. That would be my guess. But yeah, K is a hypocritical motherfucker, ain't he?
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question, yeah.
Of course. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. Yeah. Fuck Luna too. Yeah, never played any of them. I have Nier sitting on my PC right now. I never played it. I keep meaning to, but apparently it's a massive time sink and I haven't had the time. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
So you chose Ally after all?
Yeah, piss off. Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they all centered on one thing. The mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Not really. Sure. Luna nodded and walked off toward the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. What in the hell is this? Couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you'd never get anything that looked like that. Huh, I'm not sure I would... Yeah, I'm not sure I would actually enjoy a game that played itself. And I'd never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life, I'd seen my body bleed many times. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult. But every single time I'd bled red like any other human being. So why was it that this time it was white? What the hell is happening to me?
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
How about you go fuck yourself, Dio? Yeah, right. On my way. I did my best to compose myself and headed over to join the others.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Does it... If I remember correctly, doesn't Nier Automata have 2 types of combat? It has like the... Well, actually, no. Doesn't it have like a side-scrolling shooter type segment too? Or am I thinking the wrong... I don't know if it's a side-scroller, but there's like a... God, I remember watching somebody play like the very first opening section of the game. Been a while.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Ah, the camera transitions. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've heard the game and the story are amazing, and you have to play it, what, multiple times to get everything? Like to get the, like, same thing, true ending. I'm about to say, if Clover betrays me, I'm pissed. She somehow ran down here, too.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
I'm not sure about playing it on stream. I want to because I very much want to play that game. And that's one of the reasons I moved to like morning 3-hour streams was so I could do long story driven games. But I'm pretty sure even the PC version of Nier Automata has probably been played thousands of times all the way through by now, so I'm not sure how many people would actually be interested in watching.
This is incredible. Look, everyone voted ally. You did just like you promised, Kay.
Uh-huh.
How could I choose betray after what Phi said to me?
Because you've done it before, you asshole.
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
You've betrayed people and let them die too, you old asshole.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We don't even need to say
We should
anything
thank
about
the
Dio.
both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it.
That hand gesture.
That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you all right?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Oh, yeah. Looks like we all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
No, nothing like
Hey,
that.
man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round.
I have no idea what that first game you listed actually is. Doc is happy. I'm trying to puzzle it out and it's not working.
Star keys are required to open the gates.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
I might consider Nier then.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to.
Finally get a chance to play through it. Let's see, real quick before we continue. I picked up a couple of games. I'm trying to remember what they were recently. Ah, that's what they were. So I picked up the newest 2016 game in this series, Zero Time Dilemma. Picked up Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, Gibbous, a Cthulhu adventure, and Earth Defense Force 5 because I'm a sucker for that ridiculous-ass game series.
Then, that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
Oh, even a new play style in the third time. Wow.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Sounds like that guy really, the creator of that series, of that game, really wanted to give you your money's worth. Jesus. I played a bit of it already, Stahor, and I gotta say I'm kind of... I went into it expecting it, but I'm still a little... I'm on the fence about it still. I miss the fact that I can't get capital ships.
Yeah. Right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. I see, dog is happy. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat.
Huh, so Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh?
I'm right there with Dog is happy. That that is kind of the issue
A red solo.
for Star Citizen, yeah.
So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
But yeah, I mean, the fact that the new, Rebel Galaxy decided to focus on like fighter craft for the most part, it's kind of like, all right. I mean, it's okay, but you know what I mean? But, I mean, I guess I could always dive into like, what's that other series that I still have never played, the Elite games. Or the X game. I know X4 lets me have capital ships. But yeah, I'm still giving it a chance.
Why is that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Phi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were.
I will say that the new Rebel Galaxy to me has the same issue that the first one does, which is I quite
Each one
enjoy
had a
the
box,
music,
just like the doors on floor A.
but they repeat the same song so much that, after about 20 minutes, you're like, oh God, just shut the fuck up.
Given that, I don't see how there can be any question.
So, yeah.
Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Yeah, I've never played any of those games. Dog is happy.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
Yeah, I think my biggest problem, I don't know how Elite works, but I know with X4, I've played a bit of the X series before, and I gotta say, there are times where shit is too immersive and convoluted. Like, I don't know if Elite does this, but X does, where it's like, okay, now you have to press this button combination to put out your landing gear. You have to do this combination to open your weapon pods. You have to do this key combination to do this. It's like, you can streamline some of this shit, guys. Come on now. I mean, quality of life. Jesus Christ. About what?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Yeah, neither of us have 9 points, so get the fuck up out of here, dude. There's no risk of us walking out.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
You really shouldn't. Move along. Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out of the yellow door. Tenmyoji and Kei quickly followed. In only moments, all 3 had disappeared. Yeah, it's like, I like games that are... I don't mind complexity in games, but it gets ridiculous. Like, I mean, it'd basically be like playing a racing game where it's like, oh, it's raining now. Go find the key combination to turn on the damn windshield wipers. It's like, oh, good God. Why? Why is that even necessary? There's some shit you can just automate, let's be honest. So, what was it that you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to ask as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
You acting suspicious, but okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
Are you taking me to the Golem Bay? As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I think she's actually going to the garden. I think she and Alice went to the garden in the last phase. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. I don't think anybody went to the Golem Bay this time around. Yeah. The garden.
You know this place?
Yeah, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy.
I still feel like this is the Sigma ending, but I wonder if this is actually Luna's.
Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So what do you want to talk to me about? Now you want to play near some more Dog is Happy? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment, then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom, and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. Main story, Dog is Happy, or the DLC? It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me. Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really.
I'll be honest, yeah. I haven't actually been impressed with any of the DLC for Battletech. Main game is amazing, but I didn't like any of the DLC I've tried so far.
So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me.
And who would that be?
They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Not at all. Yeah. Well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Tiltil and Middle. Interesting names. Get asked to find a blue bird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a bird cage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant.
What's that, Stahor? Let me check. Sightseer. Well, that looks interesting. The hell? That is an interesting mix of things going on there. Wasn't expecting the, like, combat screenshot. What the? Okay, cool. I'll have to remember that one. Go ahead and add that to my wish list so I can see it later. I've never even heard of that one.
It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time. like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Til and Nittil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the moral then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you lose it again. I thought about that for a while.
Okay. This just reminds me. 1 second. Crap, I can't seem to find one to link. This whole conversation just reminds me of a Far Side comic where some dude wakes up and the caption just reads, "The bluebird of happiness, having long been absent from his life, is visited by," I can't remember the dude's name. I think it was like Ned or something. Is visited by the chicken of depression. I was looking for that comic. Can't find it, but oh well.
But in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
Okay.
You know, Sigma, I think you might be Til. You know,
What?
the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
This is suspicious. Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. The first place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice, and then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden?
Uh-oh.
Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice, didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
Not that I'm aware of.
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
So you did see it, huh?
Yes. I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton.
Question. If we are a robot, how is it that in some of these other endings, the needles have been able to kill us? Oh, and yeah, I saw that too. These days, it's like, what days you talking about, lady?
It makes them look almost exactly like a human, and ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
Because I'm fairly certain by 2028, we ain't gonna be at that level. For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. That could be it. Dog is happy, programmed to react to the injection. Yeah. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. Maybe that's how we get past that one lock. We realize we're a robot in this ending. And then that one where we're basically, I only have 5 minutes to live. We jump into that body and it's just basically the morphogenetic field's like, hey, dumbass, you're not human, stand up. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared. Maybe because you're a robot. Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
Rule number 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Rule number 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule number 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Oh yeah, I've heard of those before. That's just an ideal though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you, however you're programmed.
Aren't there a lot of stories too where those laws just straight up fail? Or work in some very unintended ways?
I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
I'd argue that even with the 3 laws, they're just a bunch of metal and plastic.
That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests. Yes.
How?
Well, the atom should be able to tell us.
That is true, dog is happy. Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. When I turned, there was nothing. God damn it, Dio. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Oh, god damn it.
Sorry,
Fi.
but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you
Just got
been
here a
here?
little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No, were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about?
Yes.
Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. And there it is. Shit, this is...
An antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb.
Yeah, in the other ending, we know where they all are.
Look at the number on the side.
Actually, no. We know about this one. We know about the one in the crew quarters. We know about the one in the control room. We have still yet to see the Zero bomb. Well, I don't know if it's a Zero bomb that's missing. There's a 4th bomb we don't know the location of. It says 01.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
Shit, then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
Can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
In the control room. Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Yeah, bullshit. Taking a walk. You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking and so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course, you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here.
Ain't none of your damn business. Go away.
And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
Not really. So who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
We know who set the bomb. Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tenmyoji, Kay and Dio, and of course, Alice and Quark. Both seemed to be sleeping peacefully. You'd never think to look at them, but they'd been completely insane not so long ago. All right, everybody, listen up. I tell them how we'd found the number 1 bomb in the garden, and how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we'd found so far, there was probably a number 2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
Yeah, we still don't have the password for the bomb in the control room, though, so...
You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But
I agree. Dog is happy, I agree.
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs.
Well, there you go. If you ever just, if any villain ever wants to like plant like bombs in a situation like this and fuck with people and make it difficult, make sure there's only 3 or 4 bombs in the facility, but label them like 1, 7, 12, 16. Just really scare the shit out of them and get them so they don't know where the hell they're, you know, what the hell they're looking for. Really make them panic.
Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good.
Yeah, bossy little pain in the ass, ain't you?
Now who's going to be first? Huh?
Wait. You only need to search one person. Oh, here we go. The Dio knowledge comes into play again.
What?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you? There's no way.
Yeah. I met Phi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person. Again, come on, point to Quark, point to Quark, point to Quark. I want you to do this and be wrong. It'd be hilarious, be overly dramatic and be wrong. It's not gonna happen, but I kind of wish it would. That person is you, Dio.
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down? It's on him, I promise.
Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
So, this isn't a court. Besides, all I want to know is who set the bombs. And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that and I'll look like an idiot. Again, if you think he's got the bomb and in your memory you're seeing the detonator, do this a little bit more quietly. Like I said, get behind him before you make the claim that he's, fucking, a terrorist, and then grab him. That way he doesn't have time to reach the damn detonator.
Nice try, but that's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bombs?
Because
Spit it out.
I know about the Myrmidons.
The Myrmo... What?
I beg your pardon?
no. How do you know that, Sigma?
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul and I know about
What
Brother.
the hell are you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. There's no question that you were the one who set up the
The
bombs.
fuck do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are, and I don't know what Free the Soul is, and I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
Huh. Oh, Dio, tell me, how does that foot taste? Who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. What about Brother? How would you know his age if I hadn't said anything besides his name?
Wait, so he's left? But that means he's a terrorist.
A terrorist?
Oh dear.
Left?
Well, looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one. Seriously, though, when did we get so famous? The Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about, let alone you two jokers. Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan. That's why I planted the bombs. If it looked like the plan might actually succeed, I was supposed to blow this whole place sky high.
AB plan.
What's that?
Oh, well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I should have been more careful. Then, after all, you're gonna die here.
What?
God damn it, no. I leapt toward him.
Whoa there. Better not come any closer.
Jesus Christ, Sigma, you're bad at this.
You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please, calm down. If you press that button, you'll die too.
So, believe me, there's plenty more where this came from. Now that we've cleared that up. Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
Tenmyoji gonna be a badass again? We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. God damn, Sigma's an idiot. All of us except for one, Tenmyoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I said back off!
No!
You... I'm not screwing around here.
I could see that.
I would love to see a pocket sand moment. Dog is happy.
So why don't you do it? Go ahead. Press that button.
Tenmyoji!
Something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger. Oh, do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well?
You son of a bitch.
So you were just bluffing?
I'm not bluffing, goddammit. You hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But there's really something I should tell you. See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
What?
For just an instant, Dio's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed. Oh, here we go.
Yeah!
He cried out as he leapt through the air. Tenmyoji's leg shot out, knocking the detonator from Dio's hand. Again, because Sigma didn't deign to warn anybody that if this gets out of range, it will start a timer. Shit, not good.
What happened?
The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What? What's happening?
There's a red light on it now.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. Yeah, because... God, Sigma, you're a fucking idiot. Sigma has legitimately passed Junpei as just a dumbass at this point. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked. You had plenty of time. Hey, Tenmyoji, don't kick that fucking thing out of his hand.
What are you saying?
The detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn, how much do you know? Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates.
And are we going to be dumb enough to let Phi sedate him when we still need information from him?
When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs.
I bet you we are.
So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown. You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation passwords, and we don't have the deactivation device this time around.
None of us know them, though.
Right, none of us know, but there's someone who does, isn't there?
Okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy. The password for bomb number 2 is EQD
This is the one we're missing.
DYR NTK.
Let's see. So we can go back to the other ending, but Jesus Christ, this dude's an idiot. And I'm talking about Sigma, not even Dio at this point. I mean, yes, you're an idiot for like giving us the password. Sure, you don't know that we can travel through time, but it's never a good idea to just start handing out information like that.
Bomb number 2.
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device. Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Where's the input device?
Oh gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on.
To where?
What? I have to explain everything? The next world, of course.
No, wait. I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned. Come on, Fi, do the dumbest possible thing you could do in this situation.
Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey! Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Hey, you're helping this time! Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get at the hand I had grabbed to his mouth.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the Socoril.
God, you are a fucking moron, Fi. No, if we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out of
You
him.
think I don't know that? What other choice do we have?
Wait till he tires himself out. He's human. Make him, have somebody stomp on his hand, cause enough pain until he's like, okay, fine. Because we know he doesn't have a high pain threshold. Alice fucked him up and got him to the point where she was able to interrogate him.
Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this. What are you doing, Luna? Go!
Right.
Luna, don't do it. Yeah, this is the only time, like I've said before.
Okay, I've got it.
The only time in this entire game where you can look at Fi and be like, this is your dumb moment.
I'm ready when you are.
I mean, a lot of these characters have multiple dumb moments. So far, Fi only really has one, and this is it.
You can do whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead! Tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms. Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
Oh, for God's sake. Luna, shut him up.
We don't want him to shut up, though, you fucking moron.
Right. Here goes.
Let's see. I'm surprised, honestly, they made Fi go that route because it's like, what choice do we have? Well, let's see. Out of the two choices, we can keep wrestling him. Yes, we're wasting time, but we have the information we need. We can possibly get information out of him to solve the issue. Your route, you're relying on uncontrollable magic ESP to help you out after you knock him out. As they began to climb off of him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just what I'd expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled toward the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in those passwords and stop the
We
bombs.
searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Yeah, blame Fi's dumbass for knocking him out before we could get the information we needed. Well, only one thing to do then.
And that is?
We split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion. Not you, Fi. You apparently went dumb all of a sudden. A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see despair on every face. Thank you, Fi.
All right.
No point sitting around until those things actually go off. We've still got a chance.
Have a better chance if you didn't knock Dio's ass out.
Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb, see if the timer really has started or not. All the rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario. We'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
You're not.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
I really don't want to go with you, Phi. Phi turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her. Now, this is the number 3 bomb, but we don't have the deactivation device, so it doesn't matter.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started. So, what are we going to do?
Die, because your dumbass didn't let us get the information out of him.
Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here. You go check somewhere else. If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again? Not really.
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise.
Huh.
You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
What? No, that's not a thing. It doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
I'm just, trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Oh, I see. Well, I admit I am a bit curious.
Looks like we're on the same page. Hey, get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Fine. Be careful, all right? I checked the time on my bracelet as I headed out of the crew quarters and into the hallway. Wasn't good news. Damn, only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. Technically 10. I broke into a run. Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow that it might have been there all along. Or maybe Dio had dropped it there recently. There was no way to know. In any event, I had to start looking somewhere. Luna, you're still here?
Yes. The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
We have other issues. I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. This isn't the time for that. Being a robot is going to mean a lot if I die anyway.
Oh, why did you come here then?
Isn't it obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we can turn off the bombs.
Really?
Yeah? Why would I lie?
I see. I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me, so I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned and headed toward the exit. Wait. I couldn't just let her leave like that. There are bigger issues at hand, but okay, I sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
Are you sure? Only 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Analyze my body. My body is ready. I lay down on the table. Luna picked up the atom scanner and began to run it across me, slowly and methodically. In a few minutes, she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
I sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well, it says you're not a robot. You're human.
I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
What?
You're part machine.
That arm, watch. Wait, what are you
Look
saying?
here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
Yeah, everybody in here can whoop my ass.
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones?
I mean, to be fair, that doesn't necessarily mean the arms would let me, like, punch somebody the fuck across the room, but it'd be nice.
Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? No, this is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I'd remember. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. The doctor told me I had really thick bones and that I must have had done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did someone replace my arms? Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing, Stahor. Wait. Okay, let's say you're right and my arms are cybernetic. Would that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No, unfortunately you probably do still have to
Well,
worry
here we go.
about that.
I guess the game's going to explain it now. Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body, which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
Well, that's inconvenient as hell. How do you know
I
that?
just do.
That's not an answer.
Yes, you're right, but not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain. Don't you
What?
know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That's, magic.
I'm sorry, I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Time? I pressed the buttons on my bracelet and felt my stomach drop. Oh, here we go. 1 minute. We've only got a minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
What? I shuddered. Not because I was scared of what was about to happen, because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnaturally so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything? Just pay attention, dumbass.
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember,
Oh, here we go.
GTF DML 016. With this key, the first gate shall be open to you. There you go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What? Before she could answer, boom. Honestly, that should be a much bigger boom based on the information we have. The world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Sigma. I don't know. They never said the facility was deep underground. But it could be. I don't know. Could be right. I might have missed it, but yeah. Although when they said that the blast would basically be the equivalent of 10,000 Hiroshima level bombs, though. I don't think it was deep enough to like mitigate that level of blast, though. Yeah, but all the bombs are linked, and one of the bombs is in the control room next to the antimatter reactor. It's not just one of the bombs that goes off when the timer triggers. And that was the worry, is that one bomb was in the room next to the reactor, yeah. Wasn't sure if I'd actually saved yet. See, that's where I was confused. It's like, that's a lot of... Yeah. Okay, so we have the meat. Oh, wow. This has been unlocked now. We have all the codes to get through the bombs, even though we only know where there are 3 on this route. And we have the code for the computer over here. We're missing Quark and Luna's ending, I believe. Let's see. And Phi. All right. Well, this one's the only one that still has branches, so I feel like maybe we come over here and input some of the more some of the other codes. Because I'm pretty sure we can advance this one a bit, and then we'll get to like, oh shit, there's still another bomb. I kind of want to advance this one just to like speed it along, but yeah, we could try the middle one. I honestly, I'm guessing the true ending is over here. It has to be. Let's try this one. I want to throw the bombs in because we deactivated bomb number 3. It'll pause after every bomb because it already paused after bomb 3. Yeah, see, here's the one in the reactor room. Yeah.
This is crazy. So you did know it.
Yeah, guess so.
Don't scare me like that, all right?
Come on, it's not like I was hiding it. I just couldn't remember it at first. Then it just kind of floated up. Or maybe it drifted down.
Point is, we disarmed the thing.
We did.
Amazing.
Sure don't sound very amazed.
Okay, that just leaves us with the last bomb.
There's 2 more, but okay. It's in the garden.
Right. Let's go take care of it while you're on a roll with these things.
Uh-huh. Make it sound so easy.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's go.
She spun around and was gone. I gripped the input device tightly and hit it off after her. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen the final bomb. Pretty sure it's behind one of those gates.
Finally. The last one.
No, it's not really 5, but okay.
How many minutes left?
Less than 10.
Okay, we can still make it. Just stay calm, all right? You have the input device?
I do. Yeah, there we go. Connected.
Okay, we've done this twice. Do you really need a third pep talk?
You want me to remember another password,
exactly.
right?
What else would I be talking?
But
don't sweat it. You did great the last 2 times. I'm sure this one will be a cakewalk. 3rd time's the charm, right?
That's not really how that's used. I'm just worried that lightning's not going to strike twice or thrice in this
No, I
case.
think mine still works. There's nothing to suggest the first and second times aren't charmed too.
I guess
Whatever.
so.
Just do it.
You're the only person who can.
All right, what about you? You can jump to other worlds too, right?
Yeah, but I can't remember things as well as you, all right? I'm doing the best I can, but either I haven't seen the stuff you have, or I just can't remember it. Maybe we've been going to different worlds.
Possibly.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Counting on you.
Okay, I have 2 more codes to try. Come on, lightning can strike twice, or even 3 times. You can do it. You did it before. You did it twice before. This is nothing. You're a champion. Dude, you don't need a pep talk. Come on, Sigma, you can do this. Pull open the door to your memories. Yeah, that was Tenmyoji's ending. Yeah, I don't remember which one it is. I only have 2 to try, and thankfully there's not a like penalty if I don't get it right. Only if I quit. All right, wasn't that one. It's not that one either. Wait. Did I write one of these down wrong? No, I guess I could have done that wrong. It'd be weird if that was actually the difference, but eh. Okay, I don't have this one. It says I got it in the Tenmyoji ending, but must have written it down wrong. Maybe I need it from the Quark ending. Oh well, we'll find it. Had I even seen or heard of it anywhere in the first place? It's seen other histories, but I seen what I needed.
Sigma, just let it go. Our time's up.
Yep, kaboom. All right, well, let's move on to one of the other endings. So I don't actually have the code for the number 1. All right. So yeah, let's go to the middle ending now. Or the middle route.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I felt their weight but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. Oh, hey, Michael, how you doing? Yeah, I have no control over that, unfortunately. Yeah, I wrote a bunch of them down, but I think either I lost the other one, Stahor, or I wrote it down wrong. I'll have to check. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Oh, this game's gonna make your brain hurt even more than the first one did. You'll keep your promise, goddammit. I groaned and with a Herculean effort, lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. What, post the password? If I don't have it, I'd rather we didn't. I'm gonna look through my notes and then we'll see. Yeah, this game is really long, and I'm expecting the true ending to be super long. Yeah, I'm gonna look at my notes real quick. Oh, son of a... I do have another one. It was written on a different... Yeah, she hasn't died in a while now, actually, Michael. I just don't really care for her. But yeah, you're right, actually, Stahor. I do have the last code. It was written on a different... Yeah, I have a bunch of fucking note cards here. Just because I use them to write notes for other things. And... Yep, it was on a different card. So we can go back and actually do that one here in a second. Ah, you saw the Dio ending. That's right, you were here for that one. Every step was a battle. Whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then at last... the smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. So yeah, we'll go back and do the other one here in a minute. The smudge color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back. Don't act like it's yours.
Okay, Michael.
Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Accelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you... I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Accelavir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack. Yeah, I think we've seen all this already.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand? There's something white on it.
Such a creepy picture.
The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. Your arms are cybernetic.
What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? It was both shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms were artificial. Titanium alloy bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin, but I have no idea why. Nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. And that flash of Luna I'd seen. I was certain it never happened. Those things hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. I called up all the strength I had left and stood one more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma, what are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
That's also a good question, how they cut the titanium bones to get that out of him. Then hurry up and...
Don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Want to come with?
I will remain here.
Why?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But
You think Dio will? He's the only one who gets out of here. There's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one we can count on.
I understand.
Great. Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
Phi began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down. Again, sorry about that. I have no control, man. All right. Now, what are we going to do with the titanium arm information?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
It's been fun. Peace.
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Just get going already. But, just you, Kay.
Huh?
As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor, and wrapped my hands around his ankle before he could get back up. Hell yeah.
Hey! What are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close! Let go! Let go, goddammit! Let me go!
Yeah, it's nice. He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey! What the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. As far as I recall, I didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What? Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit, edging closer to the exit. He was heading straight through the door. I'm hoping that's what happens, Dog is happy. He gets just far enough that it closes on his head. The gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma, stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go!
No!
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go!
All right. See you later, Dio.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die, you senile old fuck!
No. I'm gonna live. Oh, God. That noise, what the... So he calls us a senile old fuck. Are we the dude who built this facility?
Door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired, so very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter closed, and then nothing. I was gonna say, there better be more to it than that, since there was a lock on this path.
Sigma! Sigma!
Finally awake, huh?
Where am I? I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. That's true. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed, which meant... the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
You
Well,
guess?
I wasn't there to see it. I was out just like you, but I was in the AB room. That
Why?
bastard Kay. He punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Whoa. And after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
So where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door.
Yeah, you told him to go.
With Dio.
You told him to go, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is your arm okay? I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
I looked down at my left hand. Or rather, I looked down where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stub wrapped in white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me, but I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. So we removed the bracelet before it could inject the muscle relaxant. That's how we survived. Oh yeah, how's Quark?
I'm right here.
Quark, man, I'm glad you're all right. Feeling better?
Yep, thanks to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me, and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma. You saved my life.
It seemed they'd shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew how I'd made a deal with Dio and about the journal we'd found with the Latin in it. Clover and Phi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is.
Yeah.
That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Yeah, Tenmyoji could have told you that. He probably did.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah, Phi and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I'd noticed. 1, if we were in a shelter for uninfected people, why'd Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures? It didn't seem likely. 2, the timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It'd make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First, we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3, we didn't know why Zero had put us in the nonary game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why try and kill us? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
Who on Earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Soparil.
What are you saying? That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Atom's analysis confirmed it.
But what if the Atom is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No, my translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop. I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point.
She has half a brain, so, I mean...
That someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
There is a big plot point you guys are not addressing. At this point, Clover should know who Tenmyoji is. He also has memories of the apocalypse actually happening. You guys are not latching on to how much time has passed.
Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened.
Game is pushing really hard that he's Junpei.
He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up, right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
Oh god, Sigma's gonna say something. Repopulate. I looked around and did a quick inventory. Oh, good God. Now is not the time. 4 women, an old man, and a kid. That meant I was the only young, fertile male. Repopulation, huh? That didn't sound so bad. Oh, God damn it. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. If the newspaper and the journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth. Fucking hell, Sigma.
The game's over. There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
So, are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
Hey.
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, you're right. We never even considered
But
that.
that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6?
I hate Quark's voice so much.
And killed herself?
But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her. I don't mind the character. Quark's fine. I just don't like his voice.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else. And then someone carried her in there.
Like the way he emphasizes certain words, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. What? That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. We look down at the body of the old woman. Hello, Akane. I'm assuming that's Akane. Fi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman in her clothes. I just stood there. Even if she was dead, no, especially because she was dead, I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Fi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. Kurashiki, that is Akane. Akane Kurashiki. A card.
Looks like an ID card for this place. Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Huh, looks like her name is Kurashiki. Kurashiki. Ever heard it before?
Nope. You?
No. Anything on the back? Jumpy doll. Yep. Like, Tenmyoji's been acting weird ever since he saw the body. So he knows it's Akane. It's the first time he's seen her in however many decades. I mean, he sacrificed his entire life, according to what's his name, Quark, to try to find Akane. And so the next time he sees her, you know, yeah, she's a corpse. Huh, there's something written here. It says Jumpy Doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy Doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy Doll is a password of some sort.
The hell does that mean?
It's me.
Looks handwritten. She must have put it on here herself so she wouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody needs to start talking. We were still looking the card over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice, what's wrong? Alice!
Oh no!
What are you planning to do with that?
Fi and I turned around and gasped.
Damn it!
We ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition. Oh, god damn it, not this again. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. It's not going to let me skip this, even though we've seen this exact sequence in line. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. The look on her face was all too familiar. Quark. She looked just like Quark before he went insane. But that meant...
Goodbye.
Her hand moved, lifting the scalpel up high in the air, then driving it down toward her heart. Somebody got stabbed. And you're right, Stahor. Clover should be asking questions about Kurashiki and Jumpy. She's heard the Kurashiki name for both Akane and Santa. I don't remember, I don't know if they ever told us Santa's real name. That's Quarks Ending? How the bloody hell is that Quarks Ending? Well, I guess they gave us all a Quarks information in Tenmyoji's line. God damn, that was a short ending. Okay. That or she fried a bunch of brain cells with, like, you know, drugs and alcohol like Stahor was guessing in the early part of the game. All right. I guess we know all we need to know about Quark from Tenmyoji's ending. So that was as much about... Holy shit. That is a long ass path, but let's go and put in another bomb code, because I do have it. I found it. It better be the right one, because I only have one other one. Yeah, nobody's addressing it, and I think it's because, yeah, in every one of these paths, it seems like there's, well, maybe not in this one, there was a point where Tenmyoji takes Clover aside, tells her who he really is, and so she trusts him. So how is it she's like, oh yeah, it's still, we've only been captured recently. It's like, no, you haven't. There's Junpei. You believe he's Junpei. You don't age 40 fucking years, 40, 50 fucking years in 1 year. There we go. Yeah. Suck on that, Dio, you arrogant son of a bitch. Dude, there's one more bomb. That is true. There is still a chance he could be someone else. Just all the clues point, because he has that conversation with both Akane and not Akane, fucking hell. Yeah, he has a very strong reaction to Akane's corpse, which we've now confirmed is Akane. He also, they say he was chasing Akane around for years. That's said in the Tenmyoji ending. Also, in the Tenmyoji route, he has a picture of Akane from that one scene after the first game. Well, they imply that Akane and Santa ran off together. Because, you know, the whole end of 999, they took off without us. But in Tenmyoji's route on here, he has a picture of Akane as a child. And it's the picture from when he and Akane were sitting on the hill in the after credits scene of the first game when we did the true ending. Basically the end of the 9-hour route. 9-hour stream. Yeah. But there is a chance. I don't think there's no way he's Santa. But I guess there's a chance he might not be Junpei, but there is so much evidence pointing to it that, Ah, that feels good. I haven't felt this satisfied in ages. Dude, there's another bomb. Oh yeah, there could be, it could still be something else. I agree, Michael. There's no guarantee in this game. I mean, look at the whole time travel bit that didn't exist anywhere else in the first game. And they just kind of pulled it out of their asses in the true ending kind of last minute. So it's like my whole brain is just swimming in endorphins. I feel like it's just gonna melt and dribble out of my ears. That could also be true, Michael and Stahor. I mean, if we're not Junpei, we like if sorry. You know, there could also be a situation where Sigma's a clone of Snake, because there is a bunch of cloning going on in this game. That's all right, Extra 105. I feel like it's just gonna melt and dribble out my ears. This is without a doubt what heaven feels like. There's another bomb. Honestly, I feel like I could fly right now. Hell, I almost wish there was another bomb so I could feel this again. There is another bomb. Isn't this great? Hi. Hey, what's going on? You're really harshing the vibe here. We got Quarks Ending. I'll just show you X3105. We got Quarks Ending because we figured out this lock. We found out Sigma has cybernetic arms. And we came over here and deactivated a couple bombs. Yeah. And yeah, on Quarks Ending, Alice kills herself again with a scalpel. In front of everybody this time. So yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Would it really kill you to smile? We just saved everybody. Oh, also, not that I need it or anything, but it sure would be nice to get a thank you or something. Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I'll dress up in that swimsuit for you just like I promised. I mean, just the swimsuit thing would be fine, really, but... Are you even listening to me?
I am. You said you wished there was another bomb, right?
Well, I mean, I don't really.
I hope you're happy. You're going to get your wish.
I'm leaning towards that as well. Luna's a robot. We don't have 100% confirmation on that, Stahor, but I think you're right.
I remembered something too, just a glimpse. We must have confronted Dio about the bombs. I'm not sure how, but we got him to tell us about them.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3. But there's also one more.
And we saw this one.
Bomb number 0.
I don't know where it is, though. I don't think we ever found it. I felt a cold shiver round down my spine. Suddenly I remembered it too. That was his actual ending where we all got out. Not all, but Phi, myself, and Dio. Yeah. No way.
Looks like you remember it too. How much time do we have?
She's a bit of a bitch, but yeah, she's all right for the most part. She has a dumbass moment where it's like, we need information from Dio. Let's sedate him. It's like, if he's unconscious, he can't answer questions, you idiot. Shit, we've only got 4 minutes.
Well, hurry up. We need to get to the 0 bomb.
Yeah, because I have one more code from that route. Yes. Right. You know where it is. I yanked the input device out of the bomb and turned to chase after. What are you just standing there for? Go, show me where the bomb is.
What? Are you telling me you don't know where it is?
No.
You have got to be kidding me.
I think Luna is the best character in my opinion, yes. How the hell would I know where the bomb is? Oh shit, you don't know? She bit her lip and nodded. Damn it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We can't deactivate the bomb if we don't know where the damn thing is.
Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think, Sigma. There has to be a clue somewhere. Pretend you're Dio. You need to hide the bomb.
In most cases, we haven't seen a whole lot about her. She just seems really nice and everything. So we haven't even gotten her ending before, so I'm guessing we'll see that soon.
Where would you hide something important?
Hide something important. If I was Dio, where would I hide? Ah! Did you get another memory? This is the true ending, then. This is the to be continued route. I have the password to the final bomb. I just don't know where it is. Okay. Because yeah, what we're missing now is, I don't know which one of these is which, but one is Luna and one is Phi. Yay, to this route. The two-headed lion. We have this information. I would rather not know, Stahor. I appreciate it, but I'd rather not know.
There's no one here.
Good God, that's a lot of flickering. Okay. Based on the information we have, what we got from Luna, because she did say the two-headed lion. GTF DML. Hope I wrote that down right. And I believe I think I may have done the first one a little wrong. We'll see. GTF. There it is. I guess I just entered it incorrect. What the fuck? No. I don't know where the Jumpy Doll password comes into effect. Yeah. They have mentioned a couple times, what's it called? A one-headed lion, so I'm guessing there's another computer somewhere. Fi, come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
What?
But I have
How
no
did
idea
you
what the
figure
hell
out
I'm
the
looking at.
login?
I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
Hey, you've been jumping from timeline to timeline too. Don't give me this shit. I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Look, just forget about that. Come take a look at this.
Sure, fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here. Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes, but no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine. You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm not.
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here.
I mean, yeah, he could have just said something like that. It's like, hey, look, I get visions from the other timelines. At which point, unless this is her before she's traveled, because that could be it. This Fi could be a version of her who hasn't actually jumped around timelines much yet.
Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she'd asked for. GTF DML 016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem? I love the golem.
Looks like it.
Was that a golem's ID?
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
And there's the confirmation, guys. So you were very much right, Stahor.
Yeah.
Luna. Why is there a picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
ABT.
It is this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT.
I agree. I don't care that she's a robot.
When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton.
I miss Golem, or Gollum.
Makes it look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See?
I see.
See, right in the middle of, and then it just skips. Some of my best friends are robots.
Luna was a golem, and DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Gollum was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Standing right behind you. Currently operational. Executing special mission. You think her special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something.
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampff test?
They've been referring to Zero Junior as that little rabbit, the AI. A what?
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room, and the 8 of us are the people outside it.
They just came up with that name, the Zero Senior and Zero Junior, just to differentiate between the AI and actual Zero in this game. Technically, going down that route, like they said at the beginning, Zero Junior would actually be Zero the Third if we counted Santa.
Well, like I always say,
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
I know, Michael. I know. When did you figure it out? That she was a golem, I mean.
right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Gollum in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese room.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
Like you just knew it.
Yeah. Look, forget about that.
Then all we need to do is show them right angles then, Stahor.
See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing it did a moment ago. Currently operational. Executing special mission. Whoa, wait, what the hell?
You think robots die? She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, that's right. In this route, she actually had the injector in her neck after we found Alice with a knife in her chest. Okay.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is
Of course, Luna's the one who opened the
That
AB
might
gate.
not be the only thing she did. Look,
What do you
what
mean?
are the last 3 digits of her product ID? And where have we
016.
seen that before?
Oh! No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Tenmyoji?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
The crew quarters, of course I remember. Come on, don't make me dislike Luna. Actually, I don't care. I don't care if she killed Clover. Doesn't matter at all to me. And I don't care if she killed Alice. Still doesn't matter at all to me. I didn't like either of those characters. We were right.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't know why Clover would have known 016. Why? Why would Luna?
And I trust him.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then. All right, here we go. As always, we'll go down the betray route first.
Invalid pair detected.
Wait, what?
Please retry with valid partner.
Oh yeah, forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AB room.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
All right, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Wait, Sigma.
Huh? Oh, Jesus. Luna?
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Wait. What the hell's going on? Why is Luna here?
She's probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How's she gonna vote?
Betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote allies, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now. Have you
What?
totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
And why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally, we could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I trust him.
So clearly it
2,
wants us to ally.
1.
I'll do this one first. Why not?
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Sigma, are you insane?
Oh, shut up.
Why the hell did you choose ally?
Because it was my choice. Piss off. Wait, we can talk about that later. Right now. She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then. There it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote ally for her?
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
So we can leave if we want. We're both at 9.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
And we're the only survivors. Everybody else in this route is dead. Except for Luna. Yeah, see, it's just us. Like, yeah, everybody else is gone. Yeah, dead. Oh yeah, Dio's dead in here too. This is the ending where, yeah, where he was speared and Kay has an axe in his back. Yeah. So all 3 of us could leave.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Yeah. I was gonna say Luna, but no, she killed some people this time around. Like normally, yeah, I would have said Luna, but no. Not after this shit. Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. Quark hasn't killed anybody. The other 6 got penalized. Sigma did because in one of his routes by voting Betray, one of the bad endings, we voted Betray and it resulted in, I think, Quark dying. Oh no, Fi's killed a few people. She's betrayed everybody to get out a couple times, which means she left everybody behind to die. Yeah. Not voting, everybody got penalized. Yep. Then again, 5 of them were already dead. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah, that means all those penalties are meaningless.
Outright murder? Then yeah, Fi hasn't killed anybody. And on that route, same with, I mean, we have, because I do think we killed, no, wait, we didn't kill Quark. I think he just lost a bunch of points and people got pissed at us, but we didn't kill Quark either. So yeah, Sigma and Fi haven't killed anyone either.
Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright, what do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
And Luna too, right?
Luna.
But yeah, since Luna's not wearing a bracelet and Quark's not wearing a bracelet, all of us, all the survivors could leave at any time.
Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are
Yeah, but she didn't pick up her bracelet, Michael. So the door won't open unless she has the bracelet next to it. Fi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. Yeah, I did the same thing in my playthrough, Dog is Happy. I got to that final mission and absolutely butchered the final battle / boss in Battletech. I was a magenta pair just like before, but Fi had changed to a red solo. Didn't really matter though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright, Quark comes first. Let's go.
I mean, you can go find Quark. I'll go find Luna. I don't give a shit about the kid. She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Yeah, we knew about the bracelet. Come on. We're gonna see the corpse. Yep, there they are. Just gonna run through every room? Okay.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yes. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
I've never been in that room.
Yeah.
And who the hell opened it and how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Quark could have opened it. Don't blame everything on Luna.
All right. Let's head in.
Okay. Yes, the Cockney Golem was so innocent. He was the only innocent one here. The heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Oh, so we have been to the treatment center, yeah. Allotment pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know. Did Luna put Quark in one of these pods?
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left, is it being used?
Glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Nah, they already discounted that in the Luna ending. We just have cybernetic arms.
Yeah.
Yep, she saved Quark. You know he's not cured, right? So escaping isn't a great thing. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal, though. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic, which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too? Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay.
No. The old woman was killed by Dio. I'm not convinced Luna killed everybody.
There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
Why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
I trust Luna more than I trust you, Phi.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
Keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember
Yeah, I
their
doubt
star
it.
keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You
Yeah.
understand, don't you?
I trust Luna. I don't trust you, Phi.
I admit none of this evidence is conclusive, but look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure. Yeah, we know
A
these.
robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Okay, you're right. Let's get out of here.
Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
And here we go. With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Phi slipped through it. That was the AI. The rabbit AI, Michael. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Phi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms and went back into the facility.
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. Thank you.
The number 9, it will remain.
Sigma, what the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
Sorry, Phi. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No, you don't mean you're going to go find Luna?
And explode.
God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma, listen to me! You can't do this!
But I'll be trapped here with Luna, which is better than going out there with Phi. Unless we get to leave and I get to just leave Phi alone in the desert to go off and do my own thing. Because God, can you imagine having to spend an extended period of time with fucking Phi?
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation.
Like, her personality would very quickly have you debating kicking her down, like off a cliff is somewhere in the wasteland.
As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible.
True, but I'm not going to, I wouldn't want to spend time with her on the off chance that her normal personality is somewhat less abrasive.
Please enjoy your stay.
Except when she knocked Dio out when we needed information from him, Stahor. Well, I don't think that's necessarily true. Dog is happy. She can't control her little jumping around. I had no regrets. In fact, with Phi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved and a difficult choice had been made. Quark is still going to die because we never gave him Excelivir. And Phi, well, I don't know. Hopefully she gets far enough away so she isn't blown up by the Hiroshima bomb times 10,000 that's about to blow off. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. All right, time to go. Luna's waiting. Like, the only way I'd want to escape with these people, aside from Luna, would be to get on the surface and be like, oh yeah, by the way, based on my memories, civilization is that way. Have fun. I'm going the opposite way, by myself. Goodbye, you lying, backstabbing fuckers. Luna, I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green.
With blackjack and hookers, X3105, with blackjack and hookers.
I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but
They said it's designed to be completely indistinguishable from humans. So, probably.
are you talking about something that happened in another history? I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken a bracelet after someone else killed her, but he admitted it to me.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
All right, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is in the truth. Let's say that incident P happens, and after that, the timeline splits into timeline A and B. I don't think it's unfair to base the theory in timeline A on information I found in timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place, P. If you trace the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at incident P. That was hilarious, X3105, watching K on that little machine. Now, if I could change what happened within incident P by visiting timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the Nonary game. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. You do know he came in here to place bombs. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Meaning Akane's smarter than all of us because she got out of that thing easily. Somehow, he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he hid it back into the AB room that the woman had left. That is very true as well, but I don't know. We're assuming that the puzzles in the facility were set up by the dude by Kay's father and her. I still kind of suspect that this facility was just co-opted by someone else. But the fact that it's not her first rodeo, yeah, technically, yeah, this is her third. So, yeah. Well, I guess chronologically, this would be her fourth. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
See, I know I'm not gonna get it, but what I would love to hear, Starhorn Dog is happy about the next BattleTech. I know they're working on BattleTech 2. They have to be. I think they may have announced that they were already working on it, but I'm not sure. However, you know, and it was successful enough. What I'm hoping, I'm not gonna get it, is that we get to play the clan invasion from the clan side. They're not gonna give it to me, I know it. But, I'll still take more BattleTech, and I will definitely take BattleTech during the clan invasion, because that era was cool as hell. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Dexter, Clover, and Tenmyoji. The first question is who put the handcuffs on them. The clue is the message Clover left, 016. You think about it, though, it doesn't make sense. She wouldn't have known the model number. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? My whole issue with MechWarrior 5 Dog is happy is I have to wait till it comes out before I even consider purchasing that one. Because I do not trust the dev of MechWarrior 5 in the slightest. Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together and the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. Yeah, that's the thing, Dog is happy. I'm hopeful, but I need the game to be released and reviewed, or at least released and videos made or something, to see what the monetization is going to be like. Fingers crossed they don't pull some MechWarrior Online bullshit, but because honestly, MechWarrior Online was probably one of the worst things I have ever run into in terms of monetization. Now, to be fair, I said that I've run into, I know there's worse games out there. I'm just saying in my experience. She was trying to write Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Oh, hell, X3105. I go back and play old MechWarrior games all the damn time. I love that series. Didn't much care for Mech Assault, the console one. But I enjoyed MechWarrior. I enjoyed the Mech Commander games. And I enjoyed BattleTech, so yeah. But yeah, Mech Assault didn't do it for me. It just felt off. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it'd be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. Ah. Is that as far as they've announced at this point? Is BattleTech Heavy Metal? They haven't mentioned anything about a sequel yet? Okay. I know it's coming though. They've done so well off of that game. It has to be. Yeah, MechWarrior Online is not a great interpretation. X3105, and the monetization in that game, that was scummy as shit, man. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies, none of them your fault. I think my favorite Mech Warrior game so far, I really enjoyed Mech Warrior 4 Mercenaries. I really did.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories.
And I actually did kill them all.
Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves.
What they did with Mech Warrior Online was they just started charging ludicrous amounts of money for basically pay-to-win mechs. And they got exceedingly lazy with all the shit they claimed they were going to implement. Like, fuck, I don't know if they ever improved it, but for the longest time, it was like, oh yeah, we only have 3 maps. And was it 1, maybe 2 game modes? Yeah, 2. Because there was the whole capture the point and kill everything. That was it. It was like, okay. Yeah, the monetization, they just went insane with it. My review may be a ways dog is happy. It depends on how they do, like we said, how they do the monetization. Because otherwise my review will be like an hour-long video of me bitching about the monetization.
As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them.
Oh shit, yeah, go take care of that, dude.
You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness, really, is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Yeah, we know the
A
we know the
robot
laws.
without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. So did Dio die before he placed the bombs in this one? Is that why we're not exploding right now? Eventually we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
There is that too. Yeah, he didn't have time to start the countdown, so the detonator could still work. The bombs could still be there, but he was speared before he triggered the detonator. That would work too. The countdown, whatever. Yeah.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
The hell? What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What
I
project?
can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief.
We actually don't. Dog is happy. But I'll at least get through to the end of this ending before we end the stream.
Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th?
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room and the one next to it would be the 5th.
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why'd you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
Man, June's a bitch.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say. You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
Yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter. The 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio or the body. or that you carried it to the 6th AB room.
I think we can tell where it was localized for, though, based on that X3105.
You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake, so I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered?
Yes, it was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her when she'd said she had one final order for me. I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do.
It's no big loss.
When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
Still not a fan of Akane. I think I understand. Everything you did because you've been ordered to.
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then is she Zero
No.
Senior? What? But if she gave you the orders,
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
there was someone else?
Yes.
And that person is Zero Senior?
Yes. They worked together to develop the project she mentioned, so I suppose technically my orders came from both of them, and they were both controlling Zero Jr. too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me. I don't
But
know.
why? So I wonder if... Yeah, I wonder if Zero Senior is actually Santa.
I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
You know, and Kay looks like, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figure out that the rooms had been moved and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean,
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
that doesn't make sense. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife
Yes, I think so.
there. But how could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait, you were listening to us in the security office?
Yes, that wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your
Yes.
orders.
Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course, while we were fighting over it.
Again, yeah, exactly, Stahor. What pocket? Oh, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem? One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No. I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he turned the power off.
Luna's
the
just
case,
walking us
it
through
was an
how
accident.
everybody died and how she wasn't involved. Michael.
I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
No, we haven't seen any of this yet. Like, at least not confirmation. We guessed a lot of it, but we didn't get any of this confirmation stuff. You mean the defibrillator?
Yes.
That uses an electric shock to restart the
Correct.
heart. So that was why she left.
Yes.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters. 1 second, guys. All right, here we go.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio. Yes.
Dio.
I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes. I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
Planting bombs. Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I
It didn't
bet.
take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons.
Well, dog is happy. I'm only going to give it like another 15 minutes. And yeah, we ain't going no 6 to 9 hours.
One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
What's up, Michael? Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door. Right?
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. Vi had already taken it by then.
Yes. But there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
I believe so, yeah. But why did he want the knife? Was it because he'd used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidon. Myrmidons.
Yes.
Gotta love a secret. Oh, Jesus Christ, Michael. You gotta wonder What kind of secret-ass society assassin organization puts the name of their goddamn organization on their weapons? What does Myrmidons mean?
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or something?
I don't think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
No idea?
I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing? Then, wouldn't that mean he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, go for it. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it. At least as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours, 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back. Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, Dahor.
Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said, they began to fight.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile little shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt toward Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Tenmyoji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man. Okay, no. Tenmyoji whooped his ass twice already. And the wound Tenmyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off. And Tenmyoji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this?
Ah!
How cute.
I don't know why Dio's suddenly Superman on this, playthrough. He's had his ass beat by everybody in this facility at one point.
You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Like, Clover's kicked the shit out of him. Alice has kicked the shit out of him. Phi has. Kay has. It's like, come on now.
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
No. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white door's open.
That's true. Sigma hasn't. He's just tackled him a couple times. And held him down while trying to get the pill out of his fingers.
So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
Then his smug face, he gets fucked up by Kay.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Phi, and Kay,
yes,
right?
You were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We'd also noticed the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary. Which noise, X3105?
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic,
Yes.
right?
Almost immediately, they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was
Yes.
Dio.
As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol, and then, while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. And I guess that's when we found
Yes.
them. When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else.
She has several times, Helios. Lied to our face and betrayed us multiple times, yes.
They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that was when he found the luminol.
Right.
And I agree, Michael. Why the hell would you turn your back on someone that you think is a murderer? It's about as
That's
dumb as Sigma
everything that
constantly calling Dio out in front of everybody, knowing that he has a detonator in his pocket. And then remembering afterwards, oh shit, he's got a detonator. We should get him quickly. It's like, you dumb bastard.
Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods?
Um,
Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was. Do you
When?
remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol, right? Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji, the center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
So you did help him. That was the treatment room,
Yes.
right? Where Quark was
Right.
sleeping.
It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he
Out of relief,
The
right?
display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off. Aluminum foil.
I think Gollum was shut down because he was about to tell us about Luna. What? I mean the stuff from the crew quarters.
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
What?
Here's an exciting fact. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes, all you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
Are you fucking kidding me? Is that the true ending? Are we gonna go to... Is that how we're gonna get out of here? The true ending? We're gonna turn off the bombs and we're just gonna tell everybody, hey, I got some aluminum foil from the crew quarters. Can you wrap it around your wrists, guys? Is that how we're gonna get out of here? Is aluminum fucking foil? And the bracelet thinks your heart has stopped.
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along.
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait, why was Quark in the pod to begin
Oh,
with?
that's it. I put him there.
When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod?
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center too?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.?
That's right.
He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Sr. and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Yeah, of course it does. So you gonna tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Sr. and the old woman did that.
Why?
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally killed me.
Then what?
I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tenmyoshi died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the tubo-cararine that killed them. But they were only injected with because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken place.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
Just kind of gonna keep talking in circles, huh? 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered one way or another by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. Not really. Luna keeps hinting at this project, but she won't fucking tell us what it is. Oh, we also learned that everybody could just take their bracelets off with a bit of aluminum foil. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Sr., right? Please, Luna, tell me. What is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
What? Okay. Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. X3105. Now is not the time, dude. Now is not the time. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna
This
crying?
feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Hey, Luna? What the hell's going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber, but after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Oh, you're gonna die now. Okay, I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm
No,
a
she's not gonna
golem,
die, I
just
guess. Just the
a
skin and the hair is gonna come off.
A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
Hey, Schmond, welcome. I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
We should have the capability to do that in here, X3105, yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier?
No, Schmond, not yet. We're still missing 2 other endings before we can get to the final ending. I believe this is Luna's, and then we still need to get Phi's. But we're getting close, yeah.
About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body, remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., and I hacked it. Yes,
What?
That was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was?
Oh god, that would have been hilarious, Star Horror.
If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kay and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself. And I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes. Very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserved this.
No, you didn't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. I still like Luna better than everybody else. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma, thank you.
Zero and Akane are pieces of shit.
I'm really glad I met you.
Luna, it's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't.
Sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna.
Thank you, Sigma, and goodbye.
Exactly. Quote unquote friends.
Doctor.
Doctor? Yep. Confirmed it. We're the doctor. But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. And that is Luna's ending, I would imagine. It would appear that we are the ones who set up this project to begin with, and technically Kay's father. Yeah, no, seriously though. Ain't nobody in this place our friend. Like maybe Phi and Luna. Everybody else is a piece of shit that I would really, really rather just leave them here. All right. And with that, that is all the time that I have for today. In fact, I went past time. Also, hi, Hollow. So, yep, with that, I gotta go. I have work to do and a few errands to run. So, yeah, thanks again for dropping by. And we will hopefully get the Phi ending and potentially finish the game tomorrow. It depends. I don't know if the true ending is going to be 9 fucking hours, but we'll see. So, yeah. I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you.